Good morning, everybody. What is up? I know it is early. We got a special thing this morning. We're going to be reacting to the Tokyo Game Show stuff from Microsoft. Supposed to be a pretty special stream. I'm here with Ginger Prime and Discord, and we're just going to be doing the thing together. It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to put news mode on, and we're just going to chill and watch this together. So get ready. Get ready. It's gonna be a good time. I got some pretty chill music from them here. I don't know how I have it set up. I don't know if it's loud enough. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing good this morning. It is quite early. It's quite early. My alarm went off far too early. The sunglasses slay. Well, welcome, Madison 207. Good to see you this morning. It is early. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be reacting to this here video live stream pretty soon. In about 15 minutes. Look at that, we got a countdown now. Let's go. We can wait. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much for being here. It's gonna be a fun time this morning. I need to tag Ginger in the video over on Twitch. Now that I think about it. Just close that. But yeah, this is gonna be a good time. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping there's some good announcements here. I've been waiting on a lot of things from Xbox, and it should be fun. Why am I up so early though? It's like the real question. Like it is early o'clock. It is early o'clock. I'm guessing Brian is still getting started on his channel. I don't know. Dan, what is up, man? It is way early. I've been up approximately 15 minutes. Shirt colors match the stream loading timer. Yeah, it's not intentional, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It's like 10:45 a.m. here. Dude, it is 4:47. We're watching... okay, so the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2024 presentation is about to start in about 12 minutes. And I wanted to do a live react to it. So I got up early just for the internet. Just for you guys. I was up at 5:45 as normal. Oh man, I need to grab the YouTube chat. I have not gotten it. I need to put it in social stream so I can actually use it and talk to YouTube chat. Let's see. And then I would be on TikTok, but TikTok Studio is like nonsense. But I don't know. I'm hoping for some good stuff here, y'all. I'm hoping for some I don't know. I'm just hoping for some Kingdom Hearts news. To be real, Square's supposed to have some like surprises here. Um, I think one of them got leaked, but I'm still holding out that some other games are coming to Xbox from Square's side that like Final Fantasy VII Remake and that kind of stuff. I'm definitely hoping that we get a decent look at some more Eastern studios, and maybe we'll get a closer look at Genshin Impact coming to Xbox and what that looks like. I mean, I'm sure it's just going to be Genshin and everybody's excited for it, but it'd still be nice to know. Genshin is great. I didn't know you played, Dan. I need to start playing again. I'm excited for it to come to Xbox. I really am. Guys, welcome to chat this morning. I see like a few people here, and I was really expecting like maybe one person to be here, and that would be me lurking my own stream at 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, we got about 10 minutes before this thing starts. Let's see what we got going on. Squid, thanks for the lurk.
How you doing, Wolfen?
It was that was a thing. Twitch's homepage should always start muted. Thanks for the work, Lurk. Squid, I hope you good luck on your exams today, man. I hope they come out well. You gotta let me know how you do. I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be cool if you did. But anyway, I don't know what else they're gonna show here. I mean, Xbox hasn't really been big on exclusives, so we might get some surprise properties coming to PlayStation for all we know. We might get some PC titles. They said they don't show Hi-Fi Rush 2. Well, I mean, that studio has nothing to do with Microsoft anymore, directly anyway. So maybe. It's unlikely to me. I don't know. I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly with this today. I hope it's not like super awkward. I think I'm gonna have the video pulled up in a different tab in case Discord poos the bed. Microsoft disabled live chat for this video, and that's weird. And that is weird. Indian food again after I go to the buffet. Dude, it's gonna be like a few weeks. I had to disable the link thing because it was I got to rework how it processes the argument that people pass, so I can turn it into a search query. I feel like Brian doesn't want to chat with me. Time's not an issue for me. That makes sense. You'll wait. I got you, bro. I got you. We're coming down to the last few days of the channel point goal. Oh, I thought you just fell asleep and forgot about me, bro. I don't even know, man. I'm gonna need a nap after this. Yeah. Yeah. I just think at the core of it, it got down to, and we're at the point now where it's like, oh, fine, you make the game you want, and so people have had the opportunity, and it doesn't have the mass appeal they hoped it did. I'd get a Fortnite Xbox controller. I'd probably buy two and give one away. No. Yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah. Yeah, don't switch it.
But
Yeah, don't. Right. Yeah.
is the stream froze for you? I do not know. It looks like it's rocking and rolling for me, Birder.
I'm saying everything
We'll
looks
see.
good on my end. I've got both of yours pulled up.
Hmm.
I've even got a backup pulled up just in case. Just in
DM
case.
Rain with a follower on Twitch. He actually has a message over here saying he just got back from the Tokyo Game Show. Final Fantasy 16 won Game of the Show. PC gaming is getting bigger pressure than usual this year. Well, bigger presence. If I could read, that would be a big win.
It's early. It's
but-
okay.
Those are excuses, Chrono. We're professionals.
Oh, well, professionals.
Oh, look at us content creators.
Whoever's getting birthday food.
I'm definitely up a
Indian
little
or
bit on the
Chinese
air.
here.
Oh, this is
Are they
usually
giving
when
you
I
food
get up,
like
but just
10 hours
not
ago?
live.
I don't know,
It's
Madison.
so funny. Like, this is when I probably do my best work because everybody's in the house is asleep. So I can get up, get a little bit of coffee, get the code written, and get in it working. And so then generally like when the day picks up, like you get meetings, right? Like everybody's got meetings at work. We got to go talk about some BS that doesn't like, do I even need to be? Yeah, I guess I should be here. And then it's like eventually, like you got to pay enough attention because like they might only need you for 2 minutes of that whole hour.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, I wasn't.
Oh, dude,
What was
that's
the
like
question?
100% all of my meetings with my team.
What was
We're all like, oh, sorry, we were. I love you can catch people doing it. They'll go, sorry, I was multitasking. It's like, bro, just say you weren't paying attention. It's okay. None of us were.
this is all just a whole big con.
Like I get my work done, just not when you think I do.
we make widgets, yes.
Yep, all
Let's
the
see here.
widgets.
So the real Bob says it's sad what consoles have become. I think it isn't sad. It was just predictable. This is what I was saying going into this generation. Is that the costs to power ratio? It isn't sustainable for having a product that people are willing to buy, because at some point you push that console price up way too high, and some gamers will say, you know what, I'm just gonna get a PC at this point, right? And so you always have that downward pressure, and we know that the consoles have been subsidized because they aren't, generally that cheap. They make it up on the back end, and then Sony and Nintendo is by far the exception to the rule, but Sony has gotten to the point where they're making off their product.
I'm saying, I feel like we're on the downward end of the subsidies age for consoles. It's going to be more cost. The cost, the full cost of the system is going to start being reflected. We see that with the PS5 Pro. There's no way Sony's taking as much of a loss on that. As like
Sony will get profitable on that really quick. All right, guys, we're counting it down. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. All right, let's do this, y'all.
Let's do this.
All right, the M-rated games, Zero Z. That's like M in Japan. Guys, watch out. This is MGS.
I'm guessing Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Is that why you abandoned me? This is definitely Snake Eater, right?
This game, I love the detail in it. This feels like a good remake,
It's pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov? That's right. What the hell was he working on?
Are you one of Vulcan's men?
No. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain. That's what they were making you build.
Yes, the Shagohod.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
Terrifyingly accurate to where we are right now.
Oh, yeah.
In life.
That's why they
Another
remade it.
World
They
War.
went for the social commentary.
Yeah.
Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't know, man. If we had eccentric bad guys like in MGS,
Oh, I'm sure we do.
that's true. That's true. These people are usually operating behind the scenes.
One is still just a child. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
Even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger.
Colonel!
It'll be our friend, the American defector.
Snake Eater.
I need to get
People aren't the ones
I need to
who
get this
dictate
one.
the missions.
I've not been a big fan of MGS, like the gameplay itself.
The times.
Oh, dude, I love MGS. It's so crazy that I never ended up playing 5
Sorry, I'm
because I've
late.
played them all.
I was way more into Splinter Cell, and when I tried to get into MGS, it was past when it was relevant the first time around, and so I just never could get into it.
Japanese. Yeah, I'm looking at the subtitles.
今見ていただいたのはコナミのメタルギアソリッドデルタスネークイーターの最新映像です。このタイトルを新しい世代のプレイヤーの皆さんにも触れていただくのがとても楽しみです。本日は日本、アジア、世界各地で発売中のタイトルや発売が予定されているタイトルについて Xbox
Okay. Stuff already available and coming soon.
Yeah.
First time
That
reviews.
seems to be Xbox's whole.
Yeah.
Like, everything is late to Xbox for some reason.
Yeah, Squid. That's
Morning,
gonna be
Colin.
out next month, October.
また Xbox のエグゼクティブを務めるフィル・スペンサーとサラ・ボンドがお話をするほか 新しい予告編や初公開のプレイ映像を披露してくださる世界中のクリエイターにもお話を伺います。その前にまずは Xbox 用の自社ゲームをいくつかご紹介します。
All right, first party.
ご覧ください。
All right. Let's do it. Is it Overwatch My Hero Academia? Dude, those look good. That's a
I'm glad
really
you
good
knew what this
collab.
was. I was like, I have no idea what this is.
That is a really good collab. That's great. Oh, that was awesome.
All right, I don't understand that one. Is
More anime collabs with Overwatch.
oh cool. More domination or more Concord tuck and tail. It's like, all right. World's Edge.
Was that
I
Ho?
like the music. I like the music.
Eternal Warriors. This is Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Oh, Age of Mythology. Got it. I wish I had patience for like RTSs. I'm really bad at them. That's cool.
And Game Pass.
Of course.
Minasan,
Hey,
konnichiwa.
Phil.
Xbox no Phil des. Welcome to the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2024 broadcast. It's a pleasure to be back at Tokyo Game Show with the latest announcements and updates from our creative teams and our publishing partners. Special thanks to everyone at CESA
Wow.
for your continued
Just
work
a chat
on
comment,
behalf
I'll read it in a
of
second.
Oh
players,
yeah.
publishers,
I got
and
your chats
game
pulled up too.
creators here in Japan and throughout Asia. We're continuing to see growth in the region. This year, more people are playing with Xbox across all devices in Asia than ever before.
What does that mean?
And we've seen the largest
Means
number
nothing.
of Xbox console players in the region to date.
Like, I'm glad
We
that
have a
they're saying
terrific
there's
lineup
more
of
Xbox
games from our
players, but
creative
I want
teams at
numbers.
Activision, Bethesda,
You'll never get
Blizzard,
'em.
and
No.
Xbox Game Studios.
But I'd just like to know
coming
how
to
many of those are
Xbox
xCloud.
consoles, PC, and Game
Like,
Pass
honestly,
before the
I
end
think
of the year.
that's where they would see
Next
the
week,
most, because if
the
it's on mobile,
Starfield
it's easiest to
expansion,
Shattered
access.
Shattered
Space.
Space will be available to players everywhere. It's
I'm
the
looking
new
forward to playing
story
Shattered
expansion
Space.
to Starfield
I haven't
from the
played
team at
Starfield at all.
Bethesda Game
I love
Studios,
Starfield. Like
where
I
the
was like, this
players
is
will
fun.
I might check it out now
mysterious new
because
planet
usually after
while
a
they
few like
find
quality
unique
of life
weapons,
patches,
spacesuits,
Bethesda
Yeah.
games tend to be
and
like way better.
And as
So-
someone who's played
especially
a
with
lot
mod
of
support.
Starfield, I'm pleased that players in Japan will get to experience a fully localized Shattered Space with
Oh,
the
nice.
interface, voice acting, and subtitles all available in Japanese.
That StarCraft shirt. Well, does
In
Phil's shirts
October,
ever mean anything? Though?
Blizzard will launch Vessel of Hatred, the first expansion for Diablo 4. Players will venture into a new region of Sanctuary with an all-new character class and mercenary companions to fight alongside, and challenge themselves with a new endgame co-op experience, Dark Citadel. Also in October, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be
How well
available
does Call of Duty
on
do in
Xbox
Japan, though?
consoles, PC, and
Oh,
with
wow.
Game Pass. Set in the 1990s, Black Ops 6 features a new campaign,
I actually want the
incredibly
I
deep
can't wait for the
multiplayer,
campaign for this. It looks good.
round-based zombies.
Yeah, I'm interested in the
and
campaign
redefined
actually for the
player
first time,
movement
being
throughout
the time
game.
frame.
Yeah.
The reaction to the
I need to
beta
play
has
Cold
been
War. That one
phenomenal,
interested me.
and
I
we
was just
can't
kind of
wait
done
to
with
It's
Call
also-
of Duty.
players into the
It's
full
also
game
like
on
the
October
reason
25th.
I get it through Game Pass. Like I
In
literally, I would
November,
not buy it.
players will
Yeah,
take
same.
the
Wasn't for that.
skies in
Same.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
So
Some of you
I
may
didn't realize
remember that
Flight
when
Sim
we
24
brought
was a new
Microsoft
product
Flight
and not just a
Simulator to
DLC.
Tokyo Game Show back in 2020.
I can't be the only
very
one.
first world update the team created was
Oh,
focused
nice.
on Japan. The audience here has grown significantly. We have more
Yeah, Squid.
cool
I couldn't
content
believe that
planned for our Japanese players in the
they got
future,
with Sega for that
so
Persona
stay
DLC.
tuned. And in December, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Dude, if they announced
will make its
Bloodborne
debut.
PC at
That would
this
be wild.
event,
Team at
That would be
Games
wild.
So funny.
in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, has crafted a first-person adventure game.
Also coming
that
to
puts
PS5,
Players
like-
in the shoes of the world's most famous archaeologist. Using
I don't
his
think they're
wit,
announcing
his
PS5
wits,
games today, but
and
it's
more
like
than a bit of luck to
knowing
overcome
this,
his
it's like-
enemies.
I'm just wondering if they would
And like
announce
Shattered
anything else for
Space,
PS5
Indiana
today. Like,
Jones
would they be like, "Hey, we're
localized
putting this on
in
there too," or
Japanese.
like just something, you know?
Next
It's
year,
me.
our
See.
lineup of games keeps on going with Avowed, South of Midnight, Doom the Dark Ages, Fable, and more. All available on day one with Game Pass. I'm also proud to announce that on November
Hollow Knight
5th,
Silk Song, dude.
StarCraft Remastered
Oh.
Whoa.
and StarCraft 2
All right,
will be
PC
available
Game Pass.
with PC Game Pass
let's go.
Nice.
and Game Pass Ultimate.
That's
The
awesome.
StarCraft series helped
See, the StarCraft
define
shirt meant
real-time
something.
strategy in esports and live streaming.
Let's go.
I love the
And we're
original
thrilled
StarCraft.
that
I'm
even
terrible at
more
RTSs,
players will get
and
to
that I don't play
experience
them.
the
But
campaign and
I'm still
multiplayer
surprised we haven't
modes
seen all the
from
other Call of
these
Duties
two
like
iconic
join
that
Game
that
Pass.
So
that's
enjoy
good.
the
That's
rest of
gotta
the show.
happen, man.
And
Well,
arigato
I wonder if it happens
gozaimasu.
sometime after now because it's like you don't want to like cannibalize.
Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
打天使の守護者か
Hey,
Mamoru.
Japanese voice acting.
Japanese indie sounds like epic.
For,
マグヌス
Daien Kanta.
大変かな
Konnichiwa and welcome to Machine Games. I'm Jer Gustafsson, game director on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
And I'm Axel Torenius, creative director on The Great Circle, and thank you for joining us here in our motion capture studio in Uppsala.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a first-person single-player adventure where you uncover
Semi-right.
one of history's greatest mysteries.
Onodoi.
その通り
Set in 1937, sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power, and only one person can stop them, Indiana Jones.
問題から
Could they do like the accent for like the Nazi in Japanese though?
見
Like
てろ
We are very
That would be
excited
funny.
for our players in Japan and around
I-
the world
I guess
to get
they've
their
done it
hands
before.
on Indiana Jones
Yeah.
and the Great Circle when it launches on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass on December 9th.
Thanks for tuning in to the Xbox digital broadcast at Tokyo Game
I don't think they'd
And we
announce
look
it
forward
here,
to
but the
showing you more
StarCraft
soon.
announcement reminds me that
Arigato gozaimasu.
they should do Heroes of the Storm, all heroes unlocked for Game Pass members. I'd play Heroes of the Storm again. I love that game.
I slapped the guy.
I love that. The combat looks so fun just because of the silliness.
Yeah.
Like, you can just be indie, and they captured that. It looks like they captured that really well.
They were able like so I see Daniel talking about like how he wished there was third person styles like they are first person but it does transition into third person for some parts and then back into it so
Yeah.
it's like
There's a premium
know.
edition?
yeah shocker.
That collector's those pop-ups are too quick. I could not tell what was in them. Maybe that's just my it's 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and my Louisiana education, but good lord. This looks
Yeah.
adorable.
Quintessentially Japanese.
Yeah. Is this like Death Stranding, but you're a Tanuki? You gotta deliver all these packages.
This would be the most trolly way to announce. We just acquired Nintendo. Mario is coming.
Yeah.
Tanuki Mario, baby.
Okay, no, this looks great. This looks like
You
Little Kitty
are-
Big City. This is right up my alley.
There you go.
Day one Game Pass. Sorry,
Yeah,
Brian.
I like the pushback on that, like the meme where like the modern gaming audience doesn't exist. It is
it's just guys like us all the way down.
all the way down, guys. We're so sorry. Unattractive, balding, fat dudes.
Oh my gosh, bright colors and cute art. This is a way to sucker me into a game. I'm sold. Tanuki Pond Summer. I'm in.
He's in. You can wish list it now.
I can. It did say Game Pass though.
I saw you long before your quest began, hero. I saw you before you threw open the doors of time and space and turned the world on its head. Let me show you
Whoa.
a glimpse of what I
Okay.
see.
Yeah. Gorgeous. I love this art style.
I'm in.
Feels like that 3D HD, 2D HD.
Yeah.
Dude,
This looks cool.
this looks amazing.
I need this.
It
Is
has
this
a
like-
very Chrono Trigger?
that's what I was gonna say, is this-
because they keep jumping through time?
Is this like a spiritual like homage to Chrono Trigger? Because this looks awesome. I want this.
How many party members do we have? 3?
There's a robot. There's a funny looking robot. Oh, it's a mech. Never
Oh,
mind.
it's got a person inside of it. Okay. Oh, but the robot's still fighting.
Oh, I'm in though.
1000 AD.
Yeah, this is like, hey, you liked Chrono Trigger and Square won't remake it, so we made it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
basically. With the anime, like with the anime transition of
Oh yeah.
2D HD and then like actual anime.
Look at this.
Fighting Fenrir.
Prepare to remake
Threads of Time.
Threads of Time.
Look, I'm in, y'all.
Dude,
I'll take it.
That is day one for me.
That
guys.
looks awesome.
Day one.
2D Genshin.
転がす
Ooh, Katamari. Love
大き
Katamari.
くする
I love weird games. Is this reroll coming to Xbox? That's awesome. This is a remake of the sequel. Brian, I'm gonna take it you've never played this before.
I've never played Katamari.
Look,
before.
dude, just put aside all your preconceived notions about what a video game is and just play this. It is very Japanese, but it is also very funny.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I love it. I love it so much. Again, I'm a sucker for bright colors and funny stuff. I like how you deleted one of the menu options. Nice. Shadow drop. And it's on Game Pass. Let's go.
Yeah, Game Pass. There we go. That removes an entire like barrier. I can get me and the kids
Yeah,
playing.
dude, your kids will enjoy it. And there's like a co-op mode. It's great.
Unreal and Bad Guitar. What game is this?
Ooh, okay. Frag Punk.
在团队战术设计的基础上，独具创新的融入了
Oh, this is that card, the card first-person shooter. Like you can throw down like the modifiers that change the game. They showed this earlier this year at some point. I don't remember where. It might have been E3. Or Summer Games Fest. Excuse
有
me.
一张可以让玩家进行
Rip
寻找
E3.
并在落地时影响周围的敌人。
鸟人这张卡牌可以让玩家获取在空中缓降和降低
Birdman.
散射的能力，
Fascinating.
和跳跃达人搭配使用，
This is
可
gonna
以
be
获
good.
得更久的滞空时间。我们的思路是给对局带来更多的随机性和架枪的。
It was at Gamescom. Yeah, they did show it at
闪光手
Gamescom.
电这张卡的话，它的实际作用会类似于一个可控的闪光弹这样子的一个功能。
我们常见的射击游戏里的闪就是白，网上其实有很多的梗，你被闪了以后，你的屏幕全白，顺势而为吧，直接做了一个卡叫做护目镜，让闪光的持续时间和强度会减弱很多。
This actually looks fun. I like a creative
Dude, I'm not gonna
spin.
lie. This looks really good.
比如剑士
I like the
会变
creative spin
可以让玩家
on
获得超
shooters.
无敌的防御
You know.
我们希望通过这种趣味性的设计，带给玩家更纯粹的快乐。
本次测试我们会带来2名新英雄，他们的能力和设计理念呢都与环境相关。Sona 是一个以声音为核心的战场侦察兵。
Because yeah, that's the other thing.
Is
It's
it a hero shooter
yeah,
though, or is it like
I believe it's a hero shooter with the card modifier. So like you can.
Card modifier seems cool, but it's like okay, yeah, you're right. There are hero abilities.
在声音运用方面的卓越能力。
Which I'm fine with. This is how you do a hero shooter.
Get gunplay first, right?
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
the-
It looks that way.
团队快速移动，
Yeah.
布下致命陷阱。
It looks like they started with let's make a shooter and then give people abilities and then the the card system is just like, look, let's go to the next level, you know?
Yeah. Combat looks great.
Not to throw salt in the wounds, but I wonder how many years this has been in development.
我们会将测试范围扩大到欧洲、亚洲、拉美等更多地区，并积极听取玩家的建议。欢迎大家来体验我们的游戏，参与 beta 测试。
No, it looks fun. I would like to check it out. Looks like Apex. Kinda.
Yeah, it does have a Apex vibe.
Atlas. Persona.
When did I say I was gonna skip it? Roadkill?
Hey, Base Guru, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Is this a metaphor? Fantasio? I don't know. Hybrid battle of action and command. These enemies are kind of freaky looking though.
Well, that like this and like Claire Obscure's Expedition 33 looks fascinating. Oh, okay, Robert. Sorry, I was like. Generally, if I say I'm gonna skip something, it's literally because I was like, I don't know where I'll have time.
Yeah.
To play this right now. Archetype, Dark Knight, Dark Warriors.
So some of my problems with JRPGs is they have a mechanic that's kind of like in every RPG, but they give it some wild name, and so you have to like either hear people pronounce it before you attempt it, or you just have to say a weird word to describe the system. But it's like
is available for download now for Metaphor. I don't know if that's just in Japan though. So
I don't know. There's just a lot of unusual
over
words.
The full game.
That's cool. I like the demos have been doing that. Have you like that's been like a thing?
Yeah.
For the last few
That's
years.
Why, like I wasn't surprised. A lot of people thought the New World beta was like, does my progress carry forward? Nope.
プロデューサーの細井純三と申します。アトリエシリーズはですね、錬金術をテーマとした RPG となっています。本作はですね、次世代のアトリエシリーズを作り上げるというところが
I've never played the
我々
Atelier
チームとし
games.
て一番目指していたところになります。我々として一番大切にしている世界観というのはですね、錬金術が根付いている世界というものを
The art style
ファンタ
is
ジックに
interesting.
描いているというところを非常に重要視しておりまして、それをですね、ユーザーの皆様に体験していただくことを一番重要視しています。本作はですね、とある大陸にあったアラディス帝国の謎を追い求める物語になっています。本作の世界観では錬金術は禁忌とされている術で、周囲にはですね、危険な術として認識されています。主人公であるユミヤの母親ですね、災厄によって亡くなっており、その謎もですね、本大陸で追い求めるというのが本作のストーリーになっています。ここでは大きく語れないんですけども、今回のヴィランに関してはですね、信念であったりとか、自分が持っている正義というものを誇りに敵対することになるので、これまで以上に魅力的なヴィランと戦うことになるんじゃないかなと思っています。
I think with showcases like this where they're going into like the story detail, I don't necessarily need that. Just show me some gameplay and give me like some basic context.
今までって単性だったりとか、単性をベースにしているので HP1 から例えば敵の攻撃を 100% 受けるであったりとか、要は敵の攻撃によってもう確実に死ぬタイミングっていうのは存在してたんですけども、本作って HP1 からでも回避を繰り広げることによって状況を好転させるようなシステムが存在していて、そこは非常にですね、興奮するポイントになっているかなと思ってます。
So you can dodge.
Yeah. Same thing in Expedition 33, like you can parry or dodge.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more risk versus reward rather than you're straight like, well, turn-based, so there's nothing I can do.
Just smack him in the head.
ですので我々としては新しいアトリエを作り上げるというところに一番注目してほしいと思っております。私が非常に参考にさせていただいたのは、
The first Halo game?
で初めてこの FPS でオープンワールドみたいな形のものを体験したときに、世界ってこんなに広がるんだなっていうなんか未知の体験っていうものを体験できたときは、
I feel like, hey, we're getting a slot on the Xbox show. Mention Halo.
その経験っていうのは非常にこの弓矢の
Y'all remember Halo, right?
Yeah, we like Halo.
初めてこのフィールドにこの降り立った時にワクワクしている体験っていうものは
It'd be sad. It's kind of sad. This is probably the only Halo reference we'll get is that this guy liked it.
調合というそちらがですね本作において一番重要なシステムになっております。アイテムとアイテムをですね組み合わせて行うコアなシステム、新しいアイテムを使うようなコアなシステムがあるんですけども、ユーザーさんが考える正解というものがそれぞれ存在していてですね、
Chat, I'm out of coffee.
他の
I'm not
ゲームではない
feeling hopeful
奥
for the
深さ
rest
と
of
いうのが
this.
非常に重要なシステムになっています。その結果ですね、ユーザーさんが自分が望む調合結果を得るためにはさまざま努力をしなければならないんですけれども、その結果を得た時の爽快感というのは本作の醍醐味の一つかなと思っています。
A lot of systems though.
それ以外にですね、ユーザーさんが試行錯誤をしてですね、素材を活用する方法というか活用できるシステムはないのかと考えたときに、昨今いろいろなところで
16 likes, by the way. I appreciate you.
というものが流行っているというところがありましたので、我々としてはアトリエシリーズにハウジングというシステムを入れることによってより体験が豊かになると思ったため、ハウジングのシステムを導入することに
I
し
did
ました。
find it curious that Xbox turned off the chat on this
そも
broadcast
そもこ
on
の
their
アトリエ
channel.
シリーズが初めてXbox
I don't know. I've never really like.
It's usually too fast to do anything.
Right, like.
And it's usually just people typing like trolley comments anyway, but it's just funny to me.
It's also pre-recorded, so it's like, are we gonna hire somebody just to try and monitor chat and say something stupid that gets us in trouble on socials? Nah.
That's fair. Xbox One.
I mean, it's a bummer for the drama channels.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's, all right.
I feel like the PS4 Xbox One generation is just gonna keep limping along, so long as like they can keep making games run on it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that hurt the PS3 in Japan because they weren't ready for that transition to the HD era with 360 PS3.
Yeah.
Because it's just like but I don't visually PS4 is like the Switch 2 will be a little bit powerful PS4, like awesome, right? Like I think we've gotten to a point where the power cost to increase is just way too high, and so maybe this will benefit gaming where it's like, all right, let's get back into this like really tight gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like graphically we're not making, you know, because you get that uncanny valley.
I think also, you know, you get to where it's like, look, a lot of like esports titles can run on very low spec machines, and if we look at that generation as an extremely low spec machine, it would make sense, you know. Is this a MOBA battle royale? Because that's what this looks like.
Where the map keeps getting smaller.
Yeah, there's like a safe zone, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to not like MOBAs, and then they started making them simple. Like League of Legends has too many things to click, but Pokemon Unite has far less things to click.
Coming early 2025.
You humans toss that word around like it's nothing of significance at all. As if it's something that you can hold in the palm of your hand. Can it be seen if I rip open this chest of yours?
Yeah, 100% Kendrick.
Yeah, they didn't tap the full potential. Oh, it's Bleach? Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the jump from the PS4 to the PS5, a lot of people just like you're talking about. Oh, it's a little bit more sharp. I mean, it's like people aren't seeing like this fidelity increase.
Yeah.
Exponential fidelity increase.
Well, and the power jump wasn't as massive. They just put better hardware in the new systems, and it wasn't just a big jump, you know.
Good old death metal.
Bleach was a great anime. Brian, do you watch anime at all?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Like there's like Death Note. There's a couple of anime. Like I don't watch a lot of TV, which is like that applies to.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the category because I usually end up just playing games.
Fair enough.
Like with the limited free time.
Yeah.
Or whatever show Julie is like, let's watch. I was like, okay.
Fair enough. I totally get it.
But yeah, like I like anime a lot. Like again, Record of the Lotus War, I think by far is it was my first anime, and I still love it. I still like to go revisit that from time to time.
Nice.
Does exploring the unknown call to you? Do you believe
Oh,
you
this looks
have what
cool.
it takes
See,
to
interesting
rise to the
environment.
surface? Then
I want to
life
know
as
more.
a drifter awaits.
Yeah.
It is a harsh world, rich in resources and danger. You will not go it alone, however. A select AI Magus partner will assist you on and off the field. Put in the hard work, and you will rise beyond mere survival.
Is this like co-op versus
Looks co-op-y.
like a looter shooter?
I got that vibe in it. I was like, "What?" I get an Anthem vibe.
Yeah.
In a way. But
That
yeah, I
looks
don't
kinda
know.
cool.
Maybe it's looter shooter. We'll see.
Konnichiwa to Tokyo Game Show and our entire Japanese Fallout 76 community. I'm John Rush, creative director on Fallout 76 at Bethesda Game Studios, and we wanted to give a huge shout out to
I
our
have not,
amazing
Robert.
player base.
Is that something
Yeah,
I
I
need to
haven't
watch?
either.
The
He says
Japanese
Attack on
Fallout
Titan.
76 community
Yeah.
has been one of our
I haven't
most
watched it.
talented
It's one
and
I've been meaning to. I just
from playtime to levels.
where do
to
I find the
camp
time?
building, you guys have been an absolute joy to watch and play with as you journey down those country roads in Appalachia. To celebrate this creativity, here are just a handful of the incredible vault dwellers and camps we've seen over the years.
This is a weird feature. My favorite thing is when they nuked Phil Spencer's camp. Players were like, "This sucks. We're mad." Take it out on him in the game.
So again, thank you for your continued passion and creativity. We love seeing all of you share it with us every day and can't wait to see what you'll get up to in the future.
That's it. Playback will
Speaking
pause
of
due
the
to
future,
inactivity. Well, I'm
we'd
literally
like to
talking
confirm
and
some
watching a
exciting
video.
news.
What inactivity?
Cat and dog people rejoice! We're excited to tell you that camp pets are finally coming to Fallout 76 at the end of this year. These new furry friends will reside in your camps and can be interacted with in a number of ways. We'll have more to share about your newfound furry friends in the coming months. So until then, we'll
I haven't
see
played
you
Fallout
in West
76.
Virginia.
I thought about it. It seems like a fun time.
I've heard they've really put in the work and turned that game around. And honestly, that's the model of the Game Pass game as a service, or the games as a service model. It's about oh, Suikoden, hold up.
Okay.
HD remaster.
I figured it's nice to see Konami putting
Oh
this
yeah,
stuff.
widescreen. Thank you.
昨年の発売延期告知から長らくお待たせしました。発売日は2025年3月6日となります。原作での温かみのあるキャラクターのドット表現をそのままに
I told a story one time about how like my whole experience with one of these games was a guy that would call GameStop and asking when the sequel was coming out. I was like, I don't know, man, it hadn't been announced. And I was just like, bro, I don't even know what this game is. I just like when these games get a good remaster because it's like, look, if you want the originals, they're stupid expensive.
Right.
Nice. It's good to see. Pre-orders now. I also like
game preservation, baby.
Yeah, game preservation, and then just hey, it's coming out very soon. You know, in a few months.
Yeah. Right.
It's been a while
Not
since we've
like-
seen anything from Pixel Junk.
It seems like a game that might have your vibe.
Yeah, this one might be a little too weird for me, but I'll oh wait, we've seen this before. Yeah, I'll
Like a
try
little
this.
puzzler.
I want to try it. It's Tetris,
Oh, no.
but all the shapes are alive.
Yeah. And all happy. Oh no, not happy now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this.
Got him.
I love weird stuff, man. Like this looks pretty low effort too. Like I don't have to think too much. I can just play this game.
Play soccer as well. Why not?
You know. Let's just add all the game modes. Any good announcements here? Are we just hoping? A lot of hopium going on here.
Oh, hopium in Overload. I don't know,
Right,
there's been a couple of like things I'm like, oh.
Yeah. This trailer's gone on way too long for my taste.
Yeah, a lot of effort put into this trailer, guys.
I get it. I've already sold. You don't have to keep selling me.
I think the game we are
available now.
Oh, it's available today. Okay.
There we go.
That's better.
That's what I was thinking.
There you go. You can play it today.
Probably won't, but thanks.
Game Pass.
Nice. I'm hooked.
Now, is that today worldwide or today just Japan? Because again, we're this
today Japan time, so later today for us. Tomorrow. Oh, this looks interesting. Hacking and slashing.
まあ世界観的な部分で言うと、90年代初頭ぐらいの東アジアの架空の都市クーロンというものを舞台に。
like tiptoe through the tulips, but to start playing, it did kind of feel like that.
まあそこはまだまだまだわい雑さが残ってっていうかこう、現代ほど洗練されていないまだまだカオスな街の中で、まあそこに何か異物が入り込むというか人を捕食する未知の生物が現れたというところで、人知れずその脅威と戦う人々の物語にフォーカスするというそういった視点で描いた物語となっております。
Okay.
このゲームの、コアメカニクスといったらもう一言で憑依という、そのメカニクスに尽きると思います。で
In one word.
You don't think this has been done before, bro? Have you played Mario Odyssey?
Dude, it reminds me of like there's a Nintendo game that I was like, this is like how bad of a Nintendo fanboy I was. I was like, oh, this is the Halo killer, and it was like you could jump in other people's bodies and stuff, and it's like, no man, we played it for like, and when it came out in 10 minutes, and then it's like, let's go back to Halo.
Yeah. It does look kind of neat though.
Yeah, like, interesting mechanic because it's like, yep, let me just take over and.
The tapeworms with feet are a bit much, but.
発想の転換が必要になるゲームだと思うんですよね。テストプレイをやっていてもやっぱり、普通のゲームであればこういった立ち回りをしなければみたいなことをやる、最初はやっていくんですけど、違うんだこのゲームはっていうで全く違う立ち回りというのが自然とこう身についてきた時の自分の中での意識の変化みたいなところが面白いんじゃないかなと思ってます。
How sucky would it be like if you get possessed, you're fighting this monster, and then the ghost spirit leaves you, goes to somebody else. You're like, wait, what am I doing? The monster's still here? Oh no!
You're like missing an arm.
Yeah, like what happened?
みたいなところが面白いんじゃないかと思って、そういうところにこだわって作っております。プレイして驚いてほしいなと思ってます。
Oh, that dude had a gun.
このスリッターヘッドですが、この番組が終わった直後から本日、
I just happen to have a chain gun.
ソフトストアで Xbox 版の予約を開始させていただきます。通常版に加えまして、後の設定資料集やサウンドトラックなども含まれたデラックスエディションといったものも用意しておりますので、ぜひとも予約をお願いします。
Scrotum enemies.
I know. It's like, let's not. Yikes.
다 죽어가는 행성이라 멀쩡한 게 하나 없다니까. 괜찮아.
The space war.
여행을 떠나는 건 언제나 즐거우니까.
All right, I'm gonna have my headphones on. I'm gonna go get another coffee.
All right, good luck.
I'll be right back.
This actually looks kind of fun though.
시작해 볼까?
Oh, never mind. They said turn-based strategery. I'm out. I'm not. My attention span is too short for that. The art looks cool, and the character designs look cool. But turn-based strategy, I'm terrible with. Turn-based is so dull. It depends on the game.
그러고 보니 행성 어딘가에 바다도 있다고 했어.
정말?
Explore and uncover every tiny secret. Okay.
조만간 멀리 나갈 일이 생길지도 모르겠어.
Wait, did we find a different game? Oh,
스타바이트.
Starbites. Okay. It felt like the tone shifted for a second.
皆さんこんにちは。
Ooh,
HD2
Dragon
版
Quest.
ドラゴンクエスト3プロデューサーの早坂です。本日は先行プレイ映像のご
I
紹
guess
介をさ
stuff
せ
to
てい
do,
ただきま
people
す。
to
ど
shoot.
うぞよろし
Exactly,
くお願いい
Dan.
たします。
Exactly.
今回はここロマリアの町からスタートし、シャンパーニの塔にいる盗賊カンダタを倒しに行く場面のご紹介です。
It is he, Robin Hood, the bandito.
その塔へたどり着くためにこの広大なフィールドを進まねばなりません。まさに冒険の旅
This game looks great. I need to play Dragon
そして
Quest,
当然
and
ながら
this might be
冒
the
険
time
に危
to
険
do
は
it.
つきものです。今回は
HD
勇者
2D was such a good
僧侶
thing.
そして新職業である魔物使いで編成されたパーティーで進んでいきます。無事に塔に到着しましたが、神田がいるであろう最上階まで無事にたどり着くことはできるでしょうか。
Dorothy cast Sizzle. See, this is like a classic game where turn-based is alright. I can do it.
さあ、
The
いよいよ
stair
神田
climbing
との
noise.
バトルです。
Fair play to you.
Robin
You've done
Hood.
all right making it this far.
ユニークな見た目をしていますが強敵ですので、パーティー編成はしっかり整えておく必要がありますね。
Well, if you want a piece of me, let's go.
I like that there's voice acting too. I think that's a good thing. Robin Hoodlum.
たった今新職業である魔物使いが活躍する場面をご覧いただきましたが、本作の新要素はそれだけではありません。それがこちらモンスターバトルロードです。ここでは各地で保護したモンスターたちで編成したパーティーで試合に挑むことができ、勝利することで冒険に役立つ様々な報酬を手に入れることができます。というわけで早速試合に挑むパーティー編成を決めましょう。スライムとアルミラージ、ホイミスライムを保護したのでこれでエントリーをします。まずは初戦、彼らに作戦の指示を出し、どんな戦いをしてくれるのか見てみましょう。
Which is kind of funny because people talk about Gen 1 Pokemon ripped off Dragon Quest monster designs.
無事に勝利できましたね。
And now Dragon Quest added a Pokemon mechanic. We've come full circle.
残念。ここから先に行くにはさらに強いモンスターを保護したり、今いるモンスターを強くする必要がありそうです。冒険をしながらぜひ彼らを見つけてみてください。
That would actually be a fun thing to do. I think that could exist basically. It probably already
ドラ
does.
ゴンクエスト3、そして伝説へは11月14日発売です。ぜひ Xbox シリーズ XS とマイクロソフトストアで予約してくださいね。以上、プロデューサーの早坂でした。
It would be insane if they were like, hey, it's also coming to Game Pass. Like, that would just be mind-blowing.
Yeah, that'd be totally crazy if that happened.
Xbox
I love these headphones because I was like, I can hear the whole thing.
I am thrilled to be back here at Tokyo Game Show.
They added Pokemon to
Being
Dragon
a home
Quest.
for players and creators around the world is
Is
absolutely.
Nintendo going to sue them now?
And games from Japan
Maybe.
and across Asia are a major
doubt
part
it.
of that. From heartwarming indies to iconic studios.
That time
to
travel
concept-shattering
RPG looks really good.
visionaries.
Like, I'm
The
not.
future is bright.
I think that's
With
been
more
my
than
highlight so far.
1,400 console and PC titles in active development for Xbox from creators across Asia. We are delighted to showcase some of those upcoming
Are we at
titles
the
in our
end?
broadcast today.
I feel like we're at the end.
Metal Gear
If we're at
Solid
the
Delta,
end, like,
Snake Eater from
we
Konami,
did see Final Fantasy
Metaphor
Pixel
Refantasia
remasters, and
from
that
Atlas,
leaked on the
Atelier
dashboard.
Yumiya from
Yeah.
Koei
Like, why
Tecmo,
wouldn't they?
which
Have
Well, I'm
that
saying, like,
announcement
is that going to be like the
Atelier
one more
franchise
thing,
to come
or
to
are they going to
Xbox,
do like a whole
as
Square
well as
segment?
indie games, including All You Need Is Help from Q
You think,
Games
like,
and
does Square have their
Temuco
own?
Summer from
Well, I
Denki.
meant like, do they have like their own
And we
segment
are hard
just
at
for
work
Square Enix?
building
You know,
even more ways to play
where they,
amazing
because like they
titles
just
like
did Dragon Quest, and
One of our
then
newest ways
now
to
they'll
play
move
is
into
on
other stuff.
Amazon Fire TV. Just plug a Fire TV stick into any screen.
I wonder how
grab a
well Fire
controller, and you
TV
can
sells
play
in Japan.
Game Pass titles over the cloud without needing a dedicated
Xbox,
console
let me play
or
my
gaming PC.
games.
Yeah,
Because
as well.
Xbox
Let me play my
is all
library.
about giving you choice.
One You had
You can
one
play the way
job.
you want
Yeah, it's all
today,
about giving me choice. As long as you play the games
console
that we tell you
handheld
to.
and smart TVs, and you can bring your games with you onto future hardware. And we are overjoyed to
Here we
welcome
go.
more games for you to love from a legendary developer.
Are they going
Our
back to
partnership
Game
with
Pass?
Square Enix is stronger than ever, and we're delighted they keep bringing
'Cause
more
they had-
games to Xbox on console and PC, including the upcoming
Come on.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. And I'm honored to announce, playable today on Xbox
Oh, wow.
are more titles coming from Square Enix,
Nice.
including Trials of Mana, Legend of Mana, and Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, Final Fantasy 1
Any
through 6.
16 news?
Let's take a look.
That's such a weird way to announce that.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I mean, maybe a more personal touch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The different Mana games, which is good.
I was really surprised that this was coming to Xbox at all.
Someone took Fairy away.
We are coming for you, Fairy. We cannot waste time doing nothing. Come on.
Now then, hand over that sword.
If you wish to save Fairy, give me the sword like good children.
Hey, Lane, what's up, dude?
This is horrible. The Benevodons have awakened.
That was a word.
Evil won't let him get away.
I had fun. Me and the kids had fun playing this one on the Switch.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
That icicle looks dangerous and powerful.
Dude, man, I'm having a good day. Usually I'm just coding away, and this is way more entertaining. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Dragon Quest 2D HD remake.
Yeah.
It's still weird that it's like, you know, the joke I think just is so funny because they remove gender and it's just type A and type B, and I was like,
I'll show you
type A
power.
just mean asshole.
Right
type
here,
B, bitch.
right now.
Oh, Lord.
What are we saying here, people? All right. What does the B mean? What's up, Ryan? I'm to Xbox. Oh, no gameplay like of Pixel Remasters, I guess. Interesting. Oh, here's Legend. Maybe we'll get to it. So this is just the Square Enix.
Yeah, they're just
Legend
gonna
of
drop
Mana.
a few trailers.
The thing I found frustrating about the Mana series, like I loved it on the SNES, and it's because it has multiplayer, and they've seen drop the multiplayer and go in more just in the whatever.
Yeah, like the co-op or whatever.
But men, I have. I need type MB, please. Man boob.
I don't know. It just introduces a level of complexity in questions that we just didn't need to ask before.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that like the whole hate for the new Ghosts game is premature. If they want to go in and inject modern politics into a 16th century Japanese game, that's a weird choice if they make it. I don't think they will. I think it'd be really weird. Here we go. Here's the Pixel Remaster stuff. But essentially they're trying to connect the actress, and I'm like, again, it's just like, I think that's where I would say like is more of a grip, because like we do not have enough information about that game.
Yeah.
To make that call, and it's like you're trying to suss out any little bit of whatever. It's like,
I don't know. It
it's your
was
time to
just
waste.
announced.
I literally
Give it some
don't
time.
care. Like,
Yeah.
if it comes out that it's like, hey, 16th century, you know, injected with 2024 modern politics, like, okay, like that was a choice, and then I can get on board with being like, yeah, don't do that.
I'm glad this is finally coming to Xbox.
Yes.
You know?
I'm gonna get it on Xbox because I want to get those achievements.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, it's like.
Hadn't this been on Steam for like a while?
Available today. Well, yeah, but it's the Steam, like the console version. They actually made improvements to it.
Okay.
Over the Steam version, like there's the increased XP and kill weight, so it's like you just kill the grind, which is nice. There we go. There's the show. They end on the Square Enix, additional games.
Still no Final Fantasy VII Remake finally coming to Xbox or Kingdom Hearts news.
We kind of talked in our podcast chat room. It's like I do think that saying Final Fantasy VII Remake will come to Xbox when the trilogy is complete,
probably the best scenario at this point.
As one package, boom, here's your $150 video game.
Yeah, we're just at the post video sizzle reel. That Overwatch collab looks good though. I'm not gonna say it was a total bust. There was some good looking stuff here, but I don't know.
How would you rate this then compared to what we saw with State of Play? Because I've heard a lot of people say like the Ghost sequel was really what saved the State of Play.
I would say the State of Play was a solid like C, and I'd probably put this on that same level. There was no groundbreaking announcement here, but there was some good stuff. But the State of Play was only edged out a little bit ahead because of that Ghost announcement and like some of the other little bits of things.
Yeah.
I think by and large it was both shows needed a little more, and it's weird that we're at the end of the year and there's no big titles like other than like Call of Duty coming out.
Lane says this. I echo it. I agree with what he says. He says the best one was the Xbox showcase this year. Like, hands down. Yes, I thought Xbox did an incredible job at their showcase this year. We got Gears of War E-Day, which if you guys don't know, like I love the Gears of War series. Like it is one of the, and that's where I was like, it's so exciting to see them go back to E-Day because I think they did kind of paint themselves into a weird corner with Gears 5 because you make it like for those of you who haven't played it, there's a decision that you the player make that has a significant impact on how the game ends. And for me, I chose what I chose might not be what you chose, and I'm like, okay, well, why have the choice at all if they're gonna just tell me what I chose, or are they gonna continue the game with two separate style stories going forward? So like I was like, interesting choice, like to do that, but we don't know the long-term ramifications. And so it's like for them to go back to E-Day, I was like, A, I think it's a saving throw. B, E-Day sounds awesome, because again, you can kind of get that horror element in, kind of blended into it a little bit better.
It can kind of get back to the roots of what Gears 1 kind of felt like,
Right, where it's like, I don't know what's going on, right? Because the characters don't, we've killed millions of these things.
Yeah, but see, like, I think where E-Day is going to be interesting, it's going to be like Halo Reach in that, like, hey, we're going to introduce some new weapons, but they're older, so they don't make sense in the context of, like, the existing games, And so, like, they kind of did that with, when they introduced, like, the Retro Lancer in, like, Gears 2, 2 and 3. You'll have like that kind of stuff, but I think they can expand that a little more. And plus just kind of tell that story, because previously all you knew about E-Day, if you've only played the games, was what you got told through the narrative. But if you like, they did some novels that explain some of that. So it'd be nice for people that don't read books to be able to enjoy it,
Yeah. I think that's a good takeaway, and like what Robert's saying here is that we did get to see a lot of JRPGs.
It does. It's nice to see because I remember the 360 days where we were lucky to get some of the stuff we did, but there was a lot more JRPG, and then Xbox One where we got almost nothing.
Yeah. The real tragedy, especially about that, is that we had, I think, one of the best JRPGs of that era in Lost Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
And they never followed that up. And that was from Miss Walker, which was obviously Sakaguchi.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's like, goodness gracious. Now, Sakaguchi announced, especially on the PlayStation side, that his game's coming as well. I don't know if that's, as well coming to Xbox at some point, but
I'm sure.
That's actually
I don't know.
The biggest challenge Xbox has, because they're like, we're bringing our games to PlayStation, which I actually have no issue with.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But there's still like a handful of games where it's like, it's not even coming day and date to Xbox.
Yeah.
So it's like, like how do you sell the Xbox? And it's like, honestly, I think it's, when people, have been shocked this year, it's like Microsoft's been selling the Xbox as just a optional thing you can have, because they're going to count you as an Xbox player, across the spectrum. Like that's the metric. They're not worried about console sales. Consoles, in this case, probably lose the money. So it's like any game we can sell or, service, etc., is going to be better. So it's like, I think that's one of the things that's going to be interesting to see. But the biggest weakness the console has had this generation, hands down, games delayed on it. Like basically where it's like, it wasn't even money hatted that it was a timed exclusive. It was literally just like, okay, it was harder to port it to the Series S. And I actually want to make this meme today. I thought about this as I was like kind of waking up this morning before the show. And it's the Drake meme where it's like, underpowered home console. No, get that out of my face. Underpowered handheld.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true.
Like, yeah, you make that shift, and it's like, that people would be like, all right, yeah, I get it, right? It's a handheld as opposed to like
a whole
box. Series S is holding us back, and it's like, yeah,
oh, dude,
like, it adds a little extra challenge, but their whole strategy behind it was like super market entry price, which I've heard is done actually better. That's one of the reasons why they're doing better in Japan, because it's cheaper. But gamers who want console gaming to push the fidelity, like, I just like, what are y'all doing? PC players are pushing the fidelity, but PC players are also the weakest point out of it too, because
and that's why
have to support a wide range.
That's why the whole Series S darn you argument blows my mind, because it's like people are still running like 1,000 series graphics cards to play esports titles. So you could just miss me with the whole Series S isn't gonna cut it, because it's all new architecture compared to like 4 generations now of NVIDIA card. So like just get out of here with that.
Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you?
But if you're absolutely right with the handheld though. Like once they can do that, and we'll see probably next year we'll get something in terms of an announcement or something regarding that hardware. But if they fully commit, because we get rumors, we get things early, and then they go, oh well, we changed our minds, with the like the streaming only Xbox, right? That would have been interesting, but they're right. How do you market that thing and make it cheap, cheap enough to want to buy? So if they can do the handheld and they commit to it, it'll definitely turn a lot of heads. But then if they can sweeten that pot with, hey, Steam and GeForce Now are on this thing, dude, that's a seller right there.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of Game Pass game.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we saw the Square Enix stuff. I didn't see the Square Enix stuff join the Game Pass, which, like, maybe that's something that we've seen where Square Enix was like, I want to sell the game and then later come to Game Pass.
Do you remember when Game Pass launched? They had a ton of Square Enix titles. I think like all of the older Final Fantasy titles were in there. Kingdom Hearts, when the trilogy, or not the trilogy, but the HD collection came to Xbox, it was in Game Pass for a while. They did that deal with Square up front. I don't think that's going to come back. I'd like it to, just as a Game Pass subscriber, but I think Microsoft is like, hey, we gotta, like we can't dump the bag of cash on you guys. We bought Activision, so just please bring your games to Xbox for us to sell. But I don't think we'll see big titles come back to Game Pass.
Good games, right? Like, I like Game Pass, especially as a family man.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Game Pass, and that's where it's like, it's so strange that we haven't seen them do a game like that. Like, they've tested beta test like the family, whatever. It's like,
I need that to be a thing.
I need it to be a thing. I don't know what it is. Now we got Steam coming in and being like, all right, you got your game. We'll let you 5, friends and family this up to 5 people. It's like, great. Way to go, Steam. Way to continue pushing game, like, because that's a gamer first move. I think Game Pass needs that, because I only have one. Guess what? Chances are they're going to be playing on my profile. I would love to expand it so that we have it on more, because like the kids, and they're kids, they don't truly understand how DRM and licensing about this works. And I have but it's like, also, I'm not most likely going to chances of me buying the same game on multiple accounts.
That's
very
where
low.
like
Very
the game
low.
sharing thing comes into play for us, because the home Xbox
Right.
is the one where my daughter's account is for her to play, and my wife's
and we
account.
do the same thing.
But
one
like
Xbox is the home, and then generally my wife signs in on that, who doesn't
Right.
have Game Pass, and then I sign in on the non one, and then we both can play the games,
right,
etc. So it's
yeah,
like,
that's how
there's
we've been doing the
that's the
co-op.
trick.
I wasn't
Yeah.
buying 2 copies of Halo 5. I'm sorry. When we
exactly.
wanted to play that co-op, we bought 2 Xboxes back then for it.
But yeah.
Now
They
it's
need
just
to
like,
figure
I
out
guess
the
we're getting 2.
family- They need to figure out the family Game Pass.
Yeah,
model.
it needs to work similarly to how game sharing works, or Spotify or Nintendo. Like Switch Online, I pay for the family
I
plan.
will pay. Well, right, I'll pay for the exactly. I pay for the family plan for Switch Online. I would pay for the family plan for Game Pass Ultimate.
I would. I
It's
would
like,
do a
it
family
just-
plan
it
for
would-
PlayStation Plus
especially
when I get
as
to
a
that
family
point.
person, it's like, all right. So anyway, like we like playing games. Game Pass, even in its base form, feels like it's a really good value to me, as especially for all these games that I would never buy. And
Right.
then the kids can play, we can try out, and it's like, yeah, it's.
Well, even that,
doesn't hurt
like
me one way or the
my
other.
kid, she doesn't have the game experience I have. I can look at a game and go, look, that's not for me. But she'll want to try it, and then if she does like it, I'll buy it on her account. And she can have it, and whatever that means for her down the line. But she has her own account. It's very safe and restricted, but it's not.
Well, and I think that's one reason why my kids prefer Roblox. Now, Robert says, can you make a kid account that gets all your access? Yeah, we got that. It's
absolutely.
That's what we do. But the problem ends up being is that becomes more device centric. So that kid account has access to all the games, etc. on the home Xbox, which is the one in the main TV.
Mhm.
We have another Xbox in the bedroom, and sometimes the kids will go and play in there, and they'll want their, hey, where's my progress? Where's my and it's so funny because it's like I remember this in and of itself, cloud saves and in my game sync. I was like, this is such a game changer for them. It's like, why can't I have this?
Yeah,
and it's like that's where Robert the Game Pass family, where it's like I could just say, okay, because my account wherever I go has those games and access. I don't have to make every Xbox I sign in on my home Xbox, right? So I like that Microsoft gives me that option. But for the kids' accounts, just to be able to open that up so that they could sign in on their account, I could sign in my account, and we can play the game together.
Yeah,
I would pay more for that. I would pay a premium for that. I pay for a premium on that on the Switch. I would pay for that for the Xbox. But the Xbox hasn't figured out that model, and I don't. And then they beta tested it a couple times.
I feel like it comes down to cost, because if I'm paying for the family plan and maybe it's 5 accounts like Nintendo Switches, I think it's 7.
Yeah.
Maybe maxing that out, they start to see it's a lower return on that sub price for some reason than 4 or 5 individual accounts depending on the family.
But I would think that more people do what we just kind of described, what we do for our family, and just kind of, because I'm not buying another full subscription of Game Pass, right? Even if the Game Pass family plan was just the cost of 2 subscriptions,
right,
I think the value is there.
Oh yeah,
to say then I can kind of offset, and especially again, if you got one kid, okay, that's maybe different, but I got 6, so it's like let's extrapolate that. I'm not buying them each their own account. That's an allude that at that point I'm like, I'd rather just buy the game and put them on PC. That becomes a different whole budget line item. But if you were like, hey Brian, pay $40. I think I paid 18 or something like that for Ultimate. I don't remember. They would raise the price. But $40, and it's like, okay, now my family's covered. It's like, cool. I pay for the family plan for YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to have ads thrown at my kids, and that's the real thing. That's when when it comes to social media, and my crusade is we got to protect the kids. I see how advertisement works on my kids.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we pay to not have it, and when it comes up, it's the toy videos that they'll watch. We had to outlaw those in my house because it's they just all these were just toy ads. And it's and no wonder the kids were just can I get this? Can I get this? And it's
Nope.
You don't even know, like, if you don't advertise to the kids, they have no clue. They don't have a toy, you know?
Yeah.
And then you get to take them to like
and see, that's the
Walmart,
thing,
and
like
it's the biggest day of their lives. So
my
you're like,
kid
oh, my gosh.
barely has a concept of what YouTube is. She knows it exists. She knows that there are videos on there, but we do not do the you can just watch the, you know, even kid safe videos, because the algorithm will push to this is not okay anymore, or it's you know, you're impressionable, you're young, you don't really know like the implication of what you're watching.
Yeah, YouTube family is a lifesaver. I agreed, Robert. Robert says 6 kids. Is there a room with 8 PCs in your family? No, we don't have 8 PCs, and no, I don't think we actually have space for that. We are not, and nothing I'm saying, please don't take it as a complaint, because it's like I know just how fortunate I am, but a part of me is like, yeah, here in about 5 years, like Maddie will be in high school in about 5 years. Here in about 5 years, like I wouldn't mind another like 2,000 square feet. It's like I wouldn't mind like doubling the size of my house, because I could see how that could, especially with 6 kids. And
yeah, for sure.
We got a technically we have a 4-bedroom. The office is in one of the bedrooms basically, but it's like technically we got a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. You know, I think our square footage is around like 2,500, and it's like, yeah, we got a great backyard, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, but to Robert's point, like if I was going to sit here and be super excited about something, yeah, like getting a freaking big ass room, getting these gaming PCs and playing, you know, games as a family together.
Oh,
like, dude, that's the dream. Right?
I've been enjoying.
I don't have a space for that.
I've been enjoying just my kid getting into like Fortnite and other like multiplayer games, because you know, we have like multiple Switches, so we can sit down and play like Splatoon together, and it's a lot of fun.
Agreed. Switch is actually like the easiest way to make that happen, and cheapest, technically.
Oh yeah, we did a Switch Lite, because we had 2 Switches because
how old's your kid?
8.
Okay, so yeah, Maddie would turn 10, and when I took her to the store because she wanted a shopping spree, I let her spend her money, and then I go, okay, now that you've done that, let's go over here, and I let her pick out her Switch.
Nice. I just surprised her. I think it was last year. Well, it was like, I'm getting you. We got her a Switch Lite just because she was playing our Switches, but it was like she needed her own profile, and then it was like, look, we're tired of you messing up our Animal Crossing island. You know, it's like, have your own island, and then you can play with us.
Your own island. Get off my island.
But then it was, you know, now
it's fun.
It's like she has her own set of games that, you know, it's like you keep up with these. You know, it's a teachable moment as well. Like, here's your stuff, but here's how we interact with it together. Because like Switch Online having the cloud saves. She can go, oh, my Switch is dead. Can I use the other? You know, can I use the one in the living room? And it's like, yeah, sure. You know, like nobody's using it. Go ahead, but just be careful. You know.
Yeah.
But just sitting there, being able to like play together, has been a big thing, because we'll play like Mario Party. We'll sit on the couch and enjoy that. Right. But then Splatoon, like we can still play like multiplayer stuff. We can get, you know, multiple consoles going and just enjoy it.
Robert asked a really good question. So for any parents out there, here's what we do. He says, how do you guys control game time for the kids?
That's a good question.
So on the Switch, we have the parental control app on my phone. You know, so it's like I can say by day. And generally speaking, we have implemented a policy of screen time, regardless of games or shows, to mirror what it was like for me as a kid. And if we travel back in time, their kids shows were usually on from 3 to 5. Monday through Friday. You had Saturday morning cartoons, and outside of that, like it was just like, I don't want to watch Dragnet. You know, as a kid, I wasn't into this Judge whatever. So it was like, back when we were kids, the scheduling of these shows generally kind of pushed us outside.
Sure.
Like, all right, this is boring, right? So we've actually implemented that same schedule, because in an on-demand world where you can have, and you could sit down all day and watch Paw Patrol. You know, it's like, okay, we got to put some limits on it. So we have the same general set schedule, which coincides, especially being in Texas during the summer. 3 to 5 generally tends to be the hottest part of the day, you know. So it's like, yeah, let's come inside. We'll watch a show or play some games, etc. And what we do Saturday we call free for all. Just kind of like, yeah, you know, you get up, you want to watch cartoons. Generally, it runs until about lunch, and then we're like, all right, let's figure something out, etc. But it's like we call it pretty easy. We got sick this weekend, so we also let them do screens on Sunday. But generally, we don't do screens on Sunday unless like I'm picking like a movie I want to watch. So we watch like The Hobbit and things like that with the kids. So
yeah,
you got to limit it because like essentially like from like there's again with all things with balance, right? Like you want to make sure that we're all giving our kids the tools they need to succeed, and a part of that is like there's a time to play. And there's a time to work. There's a time to rest. There's a time, like
that's pretty much like our whole thing with screen time in my house is, we do homeschool. So it's like, look, is school done? Are you fully complete with your school day? And then any other chores or responsibilities outside of that, are those things done as well? And it's like, all right. And we don't have, let's say we don't have sports because we do softball. We're doing cross country right now. Volleyball starting up at the end of the year. And so there's a lot of things that are happening for her, but do you have nothing else to do? You can go play. Now, I still have like the screen time limitations through like Xbox. The app for that is really sweet for setting those things. And then the Nintendo app. I didn't like the parental controls on Nintendo as much, but her account is restricted by like content. So on everything, it's age appropriate, but then like screen time itself is managed depending on the device. But it boils down to, hey, if we have nothing else going on, you can play, and then if you're playing all day, we'll make you go do something else. Because it's like, look, I can't even sit there and play for hours at a time anymore.
Like, when you see people putting up like just these insane numbers, and I was like, if that's for just kind of a time when like a game isn't, you're like, I'm excited, I just want to play and yada yada yada. It's like, I get it. But if that's your entire being, it's like,
that's how I grew up, and it's like full of regrets. It's just like, man, I would,
just like from a health balance. Like I worry. Like I'm like, all right, like.
Yeah, we're like, hey, we gotta go do physical outside things. Like days we don't have sports, it's like, hey, we get up, we go work out as a family, and it works out really well. Obviously, I'm not doing that today because we watched the Xbox thing, but I'm trying to build those healthy habits, man. Like you just got to prioritize it. Degenerate hours are a thing of the past,
dude.
It's so
like
true.
The thing for me, like especially like I was talking with like Chris about this on the pod this week, was like the Lama Todd stroke. And it was not just Lama Todd, but we also had Hogue Law. Like in a span of like 2 months, like 2 people I know like had these strokes. And it's like, and then when I heard that Lama Todd is the same age as me, and I was like, oh crap, I'm 8 o'clock, I'm in bed. I'm like, no, I don't need to push these late nights. I don't need to do like
I struggle. I do struggle.
Like, people are like, oh,
I'm such a night owl. Like it's been a hard thing to break, but now getting up this morning wouldn't have happened last year this time. I've slowly started adjusting to where like 10:30, 11 o'clock, my rear end is in bed. Most of the time.
I try to have like screens off at 9.
Yeah,
and
I try.
Like they're like, so essentially the exception becomes when it goes past that. Like when I was sitting down playing Vampire Survivors for the first time, and then I looked up and it's 1 a.m. and I'm like, what the F, dude? Like this game's great.
I really have not had a game consume my time like that in a while. It kind of makes me sad because nothing has held my attention that long unless it's like I'm playing an older game that I already have played. And then I don't feel pressured or sucked in as much. I'm hoping Zelda Echoes of Wisdom can be that next game for me.
I'm looking forward to the Zelda game.
I'm going to pick it up today.
Is there a release date? Is it out?
It's today.
Oh, it's out today.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go pick it up this afternoon. So I can. I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna do another single player playthrough because it's just, I don't know. It's just easier to play single player games on stream. I don't care what anybody says. It's just more fun to me.
Well, that's the thing. Like I would say there's no such thing as a single player game because I always played single player games, even still in a multiplayer kind of way. Like we would friends, we'd couch co-op it, and that's what streaming as. Like I felt like, that's where it's like, I get that people can make big money doing this, and that, they make, some people give everything. They sacrifice everything to try and become, like a big streamer. But it's like, I look at it literally as like couch co-op. Yeah, hey, we're hanging out. It's like, this is fun.
Exactly.
Mock with the follow. You know, it's like I view this as just here's a giant ass text message of like who wants to play some games and hang out.
Yeah.
That's why it's like I'm like I see comments from time to time like, who are these other people in your voice chat? It's like anybody who wants to come.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's like, come on, guys. Like this is me going to the bar and hanging out with the boys for just like in a couple hours. But that's where it's like, you know, like when people are like, do I know what it would take to become like a huge streamer? Yeah, and the cost is in terms of time.
If I was still in like my college years, you know, we could talk about doing that, and the opportunity would have been there. But I was young and stupid, you know.
Yeah, college years absolutely would be something like that. All right, Chrono, I gotta go get kids.
Same. I gotta get up
and get them to school.
It's morning time now. I'm awake.
It's morning time. Yeah, but thank you Xbox for doing it at this hour, so that way I could participate.
It was fun.
Really considerate of them working around my schedule.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thanks, chat, for being here. Thanks, guys, for the likes on the stream. And again, if you made it all the way to the end of this and you're watching this as a VOD, you truly are amazing. Wow. I appreciate you. I love you guys.
You made it.
Today's Thursday, so we got the pod tomorrow. We'll be talking about everything we saw from Xbox and PlayStation and see if there's any other announcements that drop out. So hopefully you guys tune in. 11:30 Central is when we do the podcast, and hopefully you can make that one, Chrono. I think it'll be a fun show.
Yeah, I think I'll be good for it. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hit end stream, and I will see y'all later.
All right, chat, we're done here. I'm out. I hit the wrong button.
I think
it's too early.
Playing on my end.
I'm closing out. But anyway, I'm not gonna stream at 8. I thought about it. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be live later today. I will catch you guys later. Love ya. Have a great day. See you soon.